People are calling me privileged and a Karen because they're like, you got to roll the damn coins up yourself. And I'm like, and they're calling me a white privileged Karen. And I'm like, damn, I thought we could all get on board with the bank being stupid. Like,
Wait,
I thought.
So you're mad that they're correct? That's your issue? You don't like
my
that?
God. Bestie, don't do this to me.
Hell yeah.
I see what this is now. I see what this is.
That's how we're gonna fucking start the episode right there.
Let's go. It is so good.
Absolutely
so good to see you guys.
On your ass. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the We Cool podcast. I am one of your hosts, Grant Winkles, sitting solo dolo in Minneapolis right now. We're podcasting outside today. It feels great. We got beaming in from NYC. We got Tommy, the rat from Ratatouille's cousin, Bayer. What's up, Tommy? Hello.
Thank you. Nothing much. Hungover. My brother's visiting New York, so we've just been getting drunk, as brothers do. You know, me and my two brothers just really being idiots out there.
That's really great. I love to hear a family story. But
feeling good, and it's good to see you guys. We got our guest join us, hilarious comedian, Ben Katzner. Thank you for being here, Ben.
What's up? Thank you for having me. I didn't know you had two brothers. This is news to me, so I'm learning about you as we're learning.
You didn't know that I had siblings?
I know you had one brother, and I thought he owned a restaurant, and that's where you worked.
He's the chef at a restaurant.
Yeah, man, I never really took the time to get to know you, and I'm sorry about that. I'll apologize right off the bat.
That's okay, man. Yeah, two siblings. I have an older brother and a younger brother, and yeah, when we get together, we just we just go after the booze.
Yeah. That classic phrase. We just go after the booze, baby.
Slurping it down.
We just slurp it down. And I told this to Grant and Ryan already, but like we crashed at my little brother's place, and my older brother wakes up and he goes, "Damn, you know you were drunk last night when it's just you and another guy hanging out, having a blast. No music, no party, no girls, just you and another guy." And for him to describe me as just another guy, it's like some dude is like,
that's wild.
It's like the funniest thing to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's at its core, that really is the relationship between any two buds, like brother or not. If you can just stand there or sit there, more likely, and just kind of sip. Like, you don't have a chaser, you have one bottle of Jameson.
Yeah,
and you're just getting hammered together. That's the whole. That's it. That's everything. That's the tweet.
That's the tweet.
What was the conversation like? What do you guys talk about, or is it just like silent and just ripping shots, or like what is the dynamic?
We like joke heavy. We're like really weird. So we're just like giggling all night.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Just talking about like bullshit.
I have that too with so last night I'm kind of hungover too, and last night I got
Wait, is that why we moved the podcast back 2 hours?
Yes. Honestly, if you guys would have canceled on me, that would have made my fucking day.
Hold on, Ryan, come through the front. It's open. Yeah,
I love to see you guys.
This is awesome.
If one person was just like, "Hey, not really feeling it," I'd be like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, dude, fuck this." The one creative thing I have to do today, cancel. Let's cancel it immediately. I hate it.
You could just do a rerun. You could put what's your top episode? Bocello, probably. I've listened to that one.
That I have no idea. Grant's the analytics man.
What's up? Sorry. I'm busy getting the third person into this podcast.
I was saying that if you guys just didn't want to do it, you could run a rerun, and then I asked what your most popular episode was.
It might actually be the episode with Jeff Asmus. So
you know what? Let's not do that again.
Yep. Try to avoid that at all costs. And but I was gonna say, I was hanging out with some really good friends last night, and we have that thing where it's like we have our own kind of language and joke and lexicon of bits because we've hung out for like 10 years. So it's got to be incredibly annoying to be somebody who's not fluent in that and be around
Oh
us.
yeah, it's really annoying for any outside party, dude. So my little brother, he goes briefly to go see his girlfriend at her apartment. So he leaves me and my older brother, and we're just in his apartment, and we have one set of keys, and me and Danny are like, all right, let's go to a deli and get a sandwich. And he's like, before we leave the apartment, I'm like, just don't fucking lose the keys, man. Like, we're fucked if you lose the keys. So his bit is he's throwing the keys down the street, and he's going, oh no, where are the keys? Where? And I'm literally like, stop doing that, dude. Like, it's dark outside and we're drunk and we could really lose the keys. And he's like, the keys, where's the, so we're just those two guys walking around at 2 a.m. It's great for us, but probably annoying.
Definitely. Annoying. No question. It was annoying to you in the moment. It's definitely annoying to everybody else.
Yeah, you were an insider and it was annoying, Tom.
Yeah.
Imagine being an outsider.
Yeah, dude.
I'll be honest, I'm pissed as hell right now just listening to you tell that story. I'm annoyed.
I'm pissed that I just told it, dude. I'm sorry. What's up, Ryan?
What's up, guys? I'm sorry I'm late to my own podcast. You guys keep confusing me with the times, because for Tommy it's a different time than for us. And so
every week when we do it, you're a little confused. Like, I can tell.
I'm very confused.
It's just 1 hour behind.
I think we need a set time too. I think that would help.
Yeah.
I always say I always say the time, like, 1 p.m. your time, 2 p.m. our time. And then you go, wait, so 1 p.m. our time? And I go, yes.
Yeah, I do it half as a
yes,
bit.
What I just said.
But I am also kind of confused.
Then you get it wrong still.
But see, before, the problem is, though, Tommy will be like, okay, so 10 a.m., and then the day happens, the day starts, and then it's like 9:58, and then Tommy will text us and be like, fuck, dude, I just woke up. Can we do like 6 p.m. today?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's because I wake up with anxiety. Like, no matter what what I'm doing that day, I just, my first thought is, fuck, the day is happening. Fuck, I'm already fucked. I'm already behind.
I'll say, as an outsider, Tommy was like, which kind enough to invite me on the podcast. Wow, what an honor. Thanks. So great to be here.
Yes.
It's good to see Terry Call's boy again.
Thank you.
And but Tommy was like, okay, we're gonna record at like 11 or noon. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll just keep a window open. And then today he's like, does 2 work for you? And I was like, if you were near me, I would strangle you to death. I promise you get. But hey, we're here, and yeah, I would also argue that maybe the issue isn't Tommy, it's that you two are in the Midwest, so you should dictate the time. Why would you ever let Tommy?
Yeah, I think that's a good point, actually.
Yeah. And we all know the notorious subways are late in New York all the time. I feel like that just is kind of everything,
Yeah, not that we left our house at all to do this, but yes,
I'm still blaming.
I'm in a podcasting studio right now that I have to catch the train for, and not just my weird room where my roommates can hear all the bad things I say.
Yeah, well, we're outside, so we're just screaming all this right onto my street. So I'm hoping we keep it reasonable. Ryan is, I feel like you might yell something that could get me in a little trouble, but that's okay.
Well, this is the best way to promote your podcast is to do a live episode in outside where people don't know what's happening.
Yeah, and
people don't know. People don't know. They don't want any part of it at all.
Yeah.
And you're like, we're 15 minutes in. There's so much more of this podcast.
Yeah, we're going to invite people up on the balcony when they walk by. Do you want to be a guest on our podcast?
Yeah, and then we are just doing podcasts.
Someone's going to call the police, and then like a hostage negotiator is going to show up like, drop the microphones. Stop stop podcasting right now.
Like, when did you first want to be a hostage negotiator?
It's like, the market's oversaturated. Nobody needs this.
You're pissing people off. We're mad as hell at you right now. Just stop the podcast.
We're going to need at least 4 more 5-star reviews before we stop. That's their demands.
That's basically it. Yeah. Sign up for the Patreon and we'll stop.
Yeah. A helicopter and 4 5-star reviews.
Maybe that would be a good way to like pitch the Patreon, is to be if we launch a Patreon and you sign up for it, we will stop making podcasts.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're paying us
that's
to
great.
stop.
I thought you were
like
gonna
that.
say have like a hostage situation.
Oh,
and then
take a
we
hostage.
start our Patreon from there, and it's like $500. Nobody gets hurt. That's our base level.
That's
For
actually
1,000, we'll start giving people.
It's a
stuff.
good launch
Yeah.
strategy.
that's you know what? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll be the first podcast with a live hostage
Yeah.
that we
well,
kidnap.
plus, depending on how many hostages we have and how long they're there, they could get Stockholm syndrome
Yeah.
and start to really enjoy the podcast.
Which just like Tommy, just like what happened to Tommy, basically.
That's how I got here, baby.
That's a great. I mean, Rogan's not doing that. I love where your guys' head.
Thank you.
Like this is.
Thank you.
I love what you're doing. So go ahead.
Yeah,
Pick
maybe
someone up
it's,
off the street.
maybe it's time for us to finally part ways with the Rogan strategy that we've been pursuing.
Take that fork in the road, baby.
I've been holding on to it for dear life. Anyways, we didn't say, but this is the podcast where we apologize. We demand apologies and read anonymous listener apologies. So Ben, special guest today, Ben Katzner, will just start off by sorry for moving the podcast on you 3 times today alone. And
Yeah.
just for
I'll
asking you to do
apologize
it in
for
the
that.
first place. Yeah.
I'll apologize for that. I didn't give Ben one clear and correct answer throughout the entirety of getting him on the podcast.
Well, yeah, there was a little bit of a history with getting you on as a guest, Ben, because I had the idea that it would be a good idea for you to come on and promote your podcast, but then Ryan had another idea.
Where I thought it would be a good idea for you to come on and promote your podcast on our podcast.
But
Okay.
I had an idea where he was going to come on and promote his podcast. I think that was me.
And then
Okay.
you ultimately were the one who put the nail in the coffin there, Tommy. So good on you for having that really good idea. What was the idea again?
I don't know. Who doesn't matter. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw Ben.
Ben has a podcast. Ben has a podcast.
Someone apologize for that bit. That needs to be. We need to get that out of the way right now.
Okay, I'll say sorry for that.
okay,
I
yeah.
kind of steered the ship
I'm sorry.
on that one.
I'm not sorry.
I'm really sorry. Dude.
That's all right. 2 out of 3 is good. I'm fine.
There's
with
always
that.
got to be one.
Right.
Ben, do you want to tell us about your podcast and tell people where they can listen to it?
Yeah. Are we done already? Is this it?
Yeah,
this is
we're
the end.
wrapping up.
We're doing plugs already.
Yeah. Yo,
We
it's
bring
good
you
to.
on-
It's a type 5. Basically, we're training our podcast. We have this idea. We're gonna go on late night and do our 5-minute set, but it's gonna be a 5-minute podcast.
Oh,
You
you
know
know
what I mean?
what?
It's
I
gonna
know
be-
you're fucking around, but I would watch that. That's better than so many late night sets.
It's gonna be us 3 going, and it's like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, Conan O'Brien's gonna be the We Cool podcast. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da. We come up, we go, yeah, man. So how you guys? How y'all?"
Ryan's running late, so
I
And
don't
we go-
show up
and
until
we
the
go,
last 2 minutes of
Yeah,
the
you
pod.
show up last minute, and I go like,
Yeah.
all right, what about like a hostage negotiator? and then it's just, all right, that was the We Cool podcast. And we go, hey, thanks guys, 5 minutes. So we're getting good at that,
Mhm.
type 5.
That's a
podcast.
great idea. Like that's Rory Scovel, John Doerr level,
Yeah.
like just intellectual comedy that people
Yes.
aren't doing anymore. Everyone goes on late night. They're like, I guess here are my jokes that I've worked on for 10
Yeah.
years, right? Dumb, stupid. What you
Mhm.
just said, ultimate. It might save Conan, honestly.
There's
You should
2
pitch it
ways to
him.
do comedy. You can, really think about your jokes, get out there, hone it in, practice, perfect your craft, or you can be bad at comedy and not do anything,
Mhm.
and then confuse people, and people go,
Yeah.
I think both styles
I
are
think-
good.
I think that's art somehow.
Mhm.
I think the joke is that they suck, and then I think that's their comedy, and
Mhm.
that's the way to do it, man.
That's the more lucrative route.
There you
I'm
go.
with you. So yeah, my podcast is called Burn Your Heroes. It comes out on wherever you get your podcast every Monday. It's me and a very funny comedian by the name of Albert Kirshner. We're both New York based, and we just go through different pop culture figures and people throughout history that everybody universally is like, this person's great, and we tell you why they're also a little bit shitty, and it's like a fun riff fest. We take our shirts off sometimes, but there's no video,
Oh,
so you'll
dude.
never see.
Listen for the shirts off. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, the concept is great. Also, I want to talk about how many, like, some of the heroes that you think are the worst
sure.
that people love. But you should just listen because of the shirts off aspect.
right.
I think
Well,
that's,
Ben-
I think that's the best.
I think
Mhm.
what Tommy's trying to ask is, will you do your podcast on our podcast?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take my shirt off right now.
Go.
I'll fucking
Let's
burn
go,
Mother
dude.
Teresa. What do you need from me, dog?
Yes.
I'm here to promote, you know. It was honestly mostly Albert's idea, and I think he just hates a lot of people. And he's like, "What if we just do this on a podcast?" And I was like, I'm not doing shit, man. Let's see what happens. And it's been very fun so far. I feel like sometimes I get a little too roasty, so if I'm too mean to you guys, I apologize. That's not who I am. Ryan, you've known me for a long time. I'm such a nice guy. I would never roast 100%. Someone for no reason, like Tommy and his stupid earring when he showed up.
Bestie, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, just direct it straight at Tommy, and he's gonna go honestly, just perfectly fine.
Dude, I'm sick of being the one who gets bullied on this show.
Yeah,
I want to change it. Motion to change it to Grant or Ryan.
Keep trying this, dude. It's not gonna work.
You know what's really?
I think we should put in a vote. We should put in a vote to change who gets bullied.
All right, so we'll all vote.
All right,
should it still be Tommy? Raise your hand.
Right.
All right.
So you lose.
Okay. So for the
wait, hold on.
listener,
There's 4 of
3-1.
us. That's 1, 2.
Somebody actually just walked.
All right, that's majority. That is
just walked
majority.
by on the sidewalk, and they were like, they also voted to keep
so
it
it's
as
actually
you.
4-1.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Tommy,
democracy. I don't know what you do.
Sorry, dude. I don't know if you wanted some kind of dictatorship, but that's not what we do here.
That's what I like to call a little bit of justice.
You fascist piece of shit.
I'm just getting bullied. I'm like, you guys rock.
This is awesome.
Stockholm syndrome, baby. We're doing it.
Dude,
on the way here,
I love getting gaslit by my boys.
On the way here, I was just thinking like how I need to be kinder on the podcast, in particular to Tommy. And then as soon as I sat down, I was like, you were stupid for thinking that. You need to actually turn it up. Here's
the thing, man. I have a face. You know, that's like, it's like a stupid face.
This is so dramatic. Like with your background in space and your profile, you're like
side profile.
I've been thinking, man.
Dude, I'm thinking about not facing the camera this whole I'm thinking
Tommy's
about
monologue.
looking the other way and looking at my bed.
This is amazing.
Just because that's what I'm feeling.
You went viral on TikTok and it just completely destroyed your self-esteem, Tommy.
Dude, people are so mean, man. They're calling me a Karen online.
They're calling the podcast right now to tell you to shut up.
That was another vote against you, Tommy.
People are calling me white privileged on TikTok for going to the bank with change. And I'm like, dude, I'm poor. I don't have like.
Check your privilege, dude.
I'm like, I don't know if that's white privilege. I just don't think so. But
change is not a rich person problem. I've never seen someone like
true.
a nice suit and like a beautiful shoes getting out of an amazing car and then is like, hey, I got 75 cents. Has anyone got a quarter I can borrow? You're like, nobody's
no one's going to a Coinstar in a tuxedo, like hopping out of their BMW.
Hold your horses there. I used to do that frequently. I would dress up to go to the Coinstar.
so nobody thinks you're poor. So nobody
Ryan was a male escort. That's what happened. He's like, meet me at the Coinstar. I guess I'll wear my finest suit.
Me, a male escort, and I've got 2 monocles in just to throw people off.
Like, hey, are those glasses? No. 2 monocles.
Yeah,
different
things. You see them connecting in the middle? No.
Having 2 monocles. That's
Ben,
I love that.
I'm kind of curious about. So, like, I listened to the Ron Swanson episode of your podcast.
Okay. Did you like it? It's okay if you didn't.
No, I did like it.
Okay, thank God.
It's okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. I was nervous about that too.
I think we were all on the edge of our damn seats.
Yeah,
I mean, some of those early apps, not great, but we're learning together. All right.
I'm curious because I feel like you talk about it a little bit. It's like that's somebody who people like so much, and you're probably just gonna piss a lot of people off by doing people like that.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you guys have gotten to one where you're like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about putting this like if it's somebody you actually like, but you got to burn them, you got to roast them.
We haven't done this person yet, but this is a person I think about a lot. MLK is a person who is like, whoa. I think it'd be funny to roast him. And there are roastable things about him, but like I also don't want to be the black. I don't want to Candace Owens this and be like, you know what, Martin Luther King Jr. piece of shit. I blow up on TikTok like Tommy, but for all the wrong reasons. I don't want that. So I got to be careful with shit like that.
I didn't know it was for the wrong reasons until people told me that it was for the wrong reasons.
That's your privilege talking, Tommy. Okay,
dude, I am such a Karen, man. I just realized. Yeah. Okay. I think
I'm glad
Ron
we
Swanson
talked about it
sucks, though.
I'm glad we talked about that though, because that is we were about to do a whole episode roasting Martin Luther King, so we don't want to step on your toes.
Yeah,
really wanted to do.
Yeah. And that would be the only problem with you three doing an episode on MLK is that it would infringe on what I'm trying to do.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't want to step on your toes.
Else. Yeah, nothing else is an issue with that. I will say
you're listening to the MLK podcast.
Shut up, Tommy. Shut up.
That's the promo clip. I love it.
It's us three, and with our arms crossed, and it's called the MLK podcast.
Do I get to demand apologies whenever I think of them on the podcast?
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
I think you do need to apologize to the Black community. One, for I'm sure everything that's been said in private.
Yeah.
But two, I'm assuming I don't know. I might not be your first Black guest, but I'm assuming you haven't had either Fancy Ray or KJ the comedian on the show yet. And that is an issue for me. I think they should have been your first two calls.
Dude, you're 100% right. Also, we were making fun of KJ last episode.
We were making fun of him. We were discussing KJ. I worked with KJ.
Theorizing about KJ.
He called me Grant Wrinkles, and that is
oh, that's funny. That's he called you, but he knew your name, and then he decided to go there, or he just never learned your name. It's like that's probably good enough.
He knows my name, and we were working at House of Comedy together the whole week, and basically on the last night, he brings me up as Grant Wrinkles, and I'm like, dude, you got it right the whole week. I don't know. It seemed like a mistake.
Did you comment on it when you went on stage?
No,
because that's not a winnable thing. Because the audience doesn't know that that's not your name.
And it's like, what is it really that much more degrading than Grant Winkles? No, they're so close that it's not worth pointing out the difference. Honestly,
it is more degrading though because it's not your name.
Yeah.
Dude, was he hosting? I was just gonna talk about that.
I was Smell Your Mama Pussy, maybe one of the best bits that's ever been written of all time.
I still text that to Minneapolis comedians. I would say like once every few months, or I'm just like, smell your mama in all caps.
Yeah.
I feel like goddamn, it's funny.
It made an appearance quite a few times last week.
Every show at Rosa, I would see either you or Lester just shout that, and it was amazing.
We would shout at each other. We'd shout it at any patrons coming through. We'd shout it to anybody who needed just like a little pick me up. It's just like, hey, smell your mama on me. You know what I mean? And they don't know. They don't know the joke, but it's a fucking crazy thing to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just as a joke alone, you're like, that's pretty wild. And then his context is he told that to his son.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that might be the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And I know this is probably not great comedy etiquette, but he tells his son to smell his mama's on him when he's hanging his dick in front of his son as well, his grown adult son, and that's what the smell is coming from.
Crazy thing to say to your son, and then crazy to night after night get in front of strangers, and then also murder with the bit too.
Oh, it annihilates.
Really,
that was my biggest. That was my. KJ's always been super cool to me, but I always would get so hurt when I would see him do set. So I'm like, I could put together the best joke I've ever written, and it will never touch the reaction that "smell your mama." Yeah, so. The guy's an artiste. I don't know what you want.
Yes, he is.
Get him on the pod. That's all I'm saying.
He's been moving large on the podcast these past few weeks, so maybe we'll have to.
Yeah.
KJ, well, sorry for tipping the bit. Sorry for doing your bit on our podcast, KJ.
I'm guessing there's not a lot of crossover between your audience and the people who see him do stand-up.
No. I feel like KJ.
Wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like a lot of people saw my TikTok.
That's debatable.
That's true.
A lot of people saw my TikTok, and a lot of them were really mean to me. So.
Yeah, I don't think you don't know what the hell you're talking about, Ben, but okay, that's fine.
Tommy, can I get a couple apologies from you? I'm just commandeering who I want.
Oh, go ahead.
Great.
You can demand so many apologies from me. I love apologizing.
Okay, so we hung out like 2 weeks ago, and it was good. It was the first time we'd seen each other since Tommy had moved.
Yeah.
He'd seen other comedians here, but not me. Not a big deal. And two apologies that I need. We went to see Chloe Radcliffe on a show. Chloe brought her mom. It was very nice. It was a very nice night for all of us. Tommy did instantly try to like sit down at the front of the audience in a comedy show as two comedians. I would definitely like an apology for that.
Idiot.
What's wrong with you,
I
Tommy?
could not stand that.
Dude, I've said this before in the podcast, but like I want people to know that I'm really not thinking. I'm really just going through life, and I'm barely conscious.
Are you one of those guys who doesn't have an inner monologue, who isn't capable of thought?
I have an outer monologue where I'm saying all the things.
Yeah.
That's the second apology I need from you. 'Cause you were saying some shit, and I was introducing Tommy to like these other comedians on the show, people I knew, people whatever.
Very nice of you to make connections and all that. Yes.
The one thing I need people to know about me is that I'm probably the nicest person any of you have met. I have to imagine
just
that.
not true.
You're gonna do that.
You keep saying you're nice, but you're just not that nice.
You're really gonna pull this shit during Black History Month? All right. That's what you're gonna do.
It is not Black History Month.
Wow.
It's gay. It's June. It's Gay History Month.
No, it's Asian Pacific Islanders Heritage Month.
Look, it is not Black History Month.
And keep denying us our rightful month. Go ahead. You're right.
Dude,
Fuck me.
it's Gay History Month, and you better fucking apologize to the gay people.
You know what? You're right. I apologize to the gay people.
All right. We
Tommy
forgive
asked
you.
me to.
All right. We forgive you.
But so I was introducing Tommy to all these people, and Tommy was just like, I don't know if you were just excited or drunk or what was going on, but you would like say whatever was on your mind, and I was like, you cannot keep doing this.
I was being hilarious, dude.
You were, you would just be like, hey, so like, how old are you? Like, how much do you weigh? Like,
I did not ask how much you weigh. I did not say that. I said you were fat, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
How many?
You better shut your mouth.
How many women did Tommy ask if they were pregnant?
He didn't even ask. He just started poking their stomachs. He was like, "Uh-oh, something's cooking."
Yeah.
It was
and people were out loud saying, "This guy is awesome.
This guy rules. We have to book him on this show."
Hey, this guy's is awesome.
Dude, also, dude, I'm like,
my stomach said something's cooking, and then he said he hope he doesn't burn his finger on my stomach.
Yeah, and it was hilarious. Also, I'm not trying to like even really get booked. I'm literally just vibing and hanging out.
That's fine. I'm not trying to get unbooked. Okay, like you're fucking my shit up. I don't care what you're doing,
dude. Ben.
It's good that
is
you
not
to
true.
New York, Tommy.
Yeah,
to not get booked.
Yeah,
yeah. That's. I mean, why would you ever want to sit in the front row? I think that's pretty upset. Were you gonna heckle? Were you trying to?
No. Well, I wanted to sit by Chloe's mom because it was good to see her. I like Chloe's mom.
Tommy's trying to hit. He's like, we gotta sit next to Becky Radcliffe. See what's up, dog? What's going on?
I'm trying to smash. That is true.
Oh, I see you're pregnant. Oh, interesting.
So tell me about your divorce.
Dude, it'd be so sick to just start dating Chloe's mom. That'd
be a flex.
It would be really funny if you long distance started dating Chloe's mom.
That would be
in a long distance relationship.
That'd be so fucking tight. Oh my god. I might have to figure that out.
All right, well, Tommy, are you gonna fucking nut up and apologize here, or
what am I apologizing for? For being an idiot?
Listen to
front row. One front row.
Okay.
2, asking random women you don't know you only did it once, but it felt like a million times. Asking a woman.
Was it the one woman that I met?
Yeah, probably. And then 3.
She asked how old I was first. Okay.
That doesn't mean you can ask it back.
Yeah.
And then 3, I think we have to dual apologize for this. We were tasked with watching Electra's water bottle, and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go do my set. Can you guys just watch this? Make sure nothing happens to it." And we were like, "Yeah, chill, totally, no problem, not even a big deal." And then this guy comes out like hammered, crazy, whatever. He starts hacking it up, like literally like, and then he sits down next to her water bottle. And we just left it. We left it for an hour and a half.
Okay, that's something we really need to apologize for. And then I do feel bad because she's like, "Can you watch my water bottle?" And we let the weirdest guy in the bar sits by it, and we're like, "Damn, we got to get away from this weirdo. This guy's weird vibes. We have to leave." him right by the water bottle.
Right.
So
The one person we absolutely should not allow near her property. We're like, yeah, dog, we don't want to fuck with you right now.
yeah, you're yeah, you're weirding me out. So I'm gonna step away. That I am truly sorry for. The rest of the stuff, you know what? Just because you're here, Ben. Fuck you, man. I'm not sorry. Eat my ass. I hate you. You're not my bestie. Suck my dick, dude. No.
I wish you would have fucking died in a fire at the joke joint, you piece of shit.
Oh, that was shocking. This is.
I love you, boys. All jokes aside, you're my best friends in the world.
God, dude, it would have been so awesome if Tommy would have died with
Perished.
Joke Joint.
I could see like I know this is so inside and I'm sorry, but like Ken or whatever being like, hey, we need a fry cook tonight. Ours just quit, and then Tommy's starting a fire in the kitchen and just dying. With
if I do die horrifically, which probably will, can you guys make like a Patrice documentary about me?
Absolutely not.
But it's just about how I like. They're like, yeah, dude, that guy sucked ass.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, then maybe. Yeah.
everyone
We had one
hated him.
TikTok.
I was. You know what I was imagining is like Tommy dies like Shining style at the Joke Joint, like where he goes insane, and then like the last thing is they zoom in on the headshots, and Tommy's has just always been there. You know?
The whole time.
What if I die? What if I already did die Sixth Sense style, and I'm Bruce Willis right now, and you guys, I've been dead the whole time.
Anything's possible.
Think about that.
If that were the case, I would want to start a mural. I would, if you died, Tommy, I would want to like paint one of those bad murals, like where you look kind of fucked up. Like I feel like kind of like Joe Camel or something, and like it's like
Joe Camel.
And for some reason, that's just like how the face.
The problem,
like, I wanted like a like a.
What happened with the mural is at first we were painting Tommy, and then I remembered Joe Camel.
Yeah,
and then I decided to just finish it out as Joe Camel.
Which honestly, that would be a glow up for you, Tommy.
We gave you a leather
he wears
jacket.
a leather jacket and shoot cool and stuff. He's cool.
Yeah, and then people are walking by this huge mural on like the side of this brick building, and people are just going like, "Dude, that guy must have been ugly as hell." Like,
No, they're like, oh my god, did Joe Camel die? I can't even. This wasn't anywhere. I didn't see this anywhere.
I know it's I don't know. It's not that interesting of a take anymore. But the Joe if you go back and look at the Joe Camel advertisements, or even just the fact that like cigarette advertising has changed so much from what it used to. If you look at what they used to be able to do, like it was doctors and shit telling people to smoke. I don't know. It's that's probably a good thing about the
my
modern
doctor still
era.
tells me to smoke. It's this guy in the alley that I run into sometimes.
Yeah,
It's the only healthcare I can get.
That's
It's like it'll put some hair on your balls.
Yeah.
Let me see your balls, kid. Show me your balls.
These
Let me
aren't
see
You need to smoke more cigarettes.
That's why the doctor-
hairy enough.
Yeah, that's why they feel your balls in a physical, because they're be like, I just want to make sure that fucking hair's there, man. Okay.
Okay, well, we do have we got some breaking news. I'll play the clip.
Oh, dude, I love the clip.
I don't like this. I creep young women out.
Yes.
I don't like that. I don't like that we're using that as
all right. I'll switch out your audio clip next week. I'll find something that you'll like much more than that.
Great.
Drop it in there.
Dude, I think we should keep it, but it's whatever.
I thought you were. I'm so sorry. I really thought you were gonna play. Fuck, who's the DJ? There was like a DJ a year ago. This is a little sad.
Are you talking about
when
the
George Floyd died?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This one goes out to George Floyd and his
Oh,
family.
yeah.
I thought that's
this
what
one
you were
goes out to
playing.
George Floyd. Bins, bins, bins.
Yeah, and it's David Guetta, I think.
Yes.
And he's sitting there just being like, just vibing.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like,
he samples
whoa.
like MLK in that too. Where
No.
Yeah, it's like I had a dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
This song goes out to George Floyd. and his
okay.
family rest in peace.
This one.
I am so sorry. I really thought that's what you were gonna play, and I just lost my mind. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Dude,
okay, well,
why
we
was
gotta
that your
demand an
go-to?
apology.
Why did you think?
Yeah,
Why
David
did
Guetta, I
did
think, right?
Grant said theme song and your brain went to the George Floyd EDM
These guys are about to make fun
weird
of George
racist
Floyd.
German guy.
That was like our. We were like, no, we just use this.
I don't know if you know me or not, but I have a deep distrust of white people, so I just
That's-
always feel like someone might play some
Fair.
sort of David Guetta, George.
Well,
Floyd.
to be fair, when we were
Mashup.
hanging out, it was my ringtone when I got a call.
Right.
So I think that's, and you were like, "What's that about?" I'm like, "Dude, I love this guy." Okay,
Oh my
Big fan of
god.
David
this guy's
Guetta.
sick. I don't know.
What?
What's
it
your
is-
problem? And then I
what
started
about-
getting mad at you and
what about,
yelling
like,
at you.
Being a white guy who genuinely thought that was like touching, you know, and it's just like, no, that was like super inspirational. when
Okay,
he-
I don't know
he
what it
dedicated
is.
That song.
I don't know what it is, but I thought it was stupid at first, and now I'm kind of coming back to thinking it's cool as hell. So I don't know what that says about me, but I think I like it now. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay,
Well,
that's fine. That's on tape. Let's-
we gotta. Yeah. There's so many bad things on tape because of this show. We'll demand an apology from David Guetta.
Do not
for
cut that. Leave that in.
That was.
Leave it in.
So we have this will be a quick little hit. It's a little bit wrapping up from last week. Grimes apologized for basically posting about Elon Musk, and basically I think she had like a mental breakdown because people's reaction were so bad to Elon Musk on SNL last week that
Yeah,
Grimes.
Elon, a true autist.
She
You
apologized
love
for
him.
his SNL.
So listen, this is on an Instagram post. This says that she she was hospitalized for a panic attack following Musk's controversial Saturday Night Live, which I just about was too when I saw the price of Dogecoin dropping like a damn stone.
Go off, dude.
And she said
Go the fuck off, dude.
What an awesome thing to say.
Dude.
I'm just like Grimes, dude. That weekend affected
You
me.
are the Grimes of this podcast.
Grant, I did not think you could get even cooler, but you just did.
Okay, but this is what she said. She said, "So proud of my beautiful E." And then in parentheses in the caption, she said, "Which I know will upset the Grimes fans, so I apologize in advance, but he killed it." So it does have to be weird to be in her position where it's like she has her whole fan base, but the people just like, I feel like people hate her so much just for dating Elon Musk. It's kind of crazy.
I gotta be honest. I don't think I've ever heard a Grimes song. What about you guys?
I don't think I have either.
I used to
assuming
love Grimes. She was
Really?
so good. Yeah, she was great.
What's Grimes' like biggest hit?
Oh, there's nothing I could say that would make sense. So, but
Like,
she
can
was
you
popular
sing it?
like she was.
Yeah, well, you sing us a Grimes.
Ben, why don't you do the real reason we brought you on the podcast today is to sing us a little Grimes song. Take it away, Ben.
I thought you'd never ask. If you want to know what Grimes sounds like, get a keyboard and just start hitting notes. And that's like what top quality Grimes was. Like it was I was like, I used to play this shit on the piano when I was 8 and I loved it. It was amazing. But I used to fuck with her. I really did. But yeah, her fan base, she's like not, it's not manic pixie, whatever. It's like literal trying to be a pixie futurist, whatever. So I think her
Oblivion. This is a
Yeah.
big one.
yeah, that's the album, right? That's probably one of her best. That has to be one of the bigger songs. Is this working? It's so soft.
I think I've heard that song before somewhere.
Okay, so now you know. It's but it's weird that she just kind of she was the person who was like, I'm going to take a riverboat down the Mississippi and like just live off of the land. And now she's like, I guess I'm gonna have a second house on Mars. Like it's a weird transition.
That's a weird
Yeah.
mental switch for a person to even make. Like it's fascinating. Like the psychology behind like doing such a turnaround. I'd say that's kind of interesting. I don't know what's
I
up
think
with
it's
that.
romantic.
I'll be honest. I would probably do just about any type of mental gymnastics to marry a billionaire. Like I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not even saying that's why she did it. I'm saying for me, like, you know, my ethics are probably for sale when it comes to I mean, $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so much money. I mean,
Well, you might want to marry me, Grant, because I got that billionaire mindset.
Tommy,
I got
think
that.
you already know I'm down to marry.
Do you know why
so.
I was late and messing up the times of the podcast? Because
Why?
I was grinding. I
Were you
was
day trading.
I was day trading. I was waking up at 4 a.m, working out, making money off the stock market.
Yeah. Well, you wake up
And-
that early in the morning, check the Chinese markets, check the Hong Kong market, right? You're kind of on top of everything, globetrotter type man.
So you might want to just marry my ass. Just want to give me a little Mary, huh?
Yeah, like I said, I think we've established already that I would totally be down to do that. Yeah, it does suck though that basically Elon Musk has just poisoned her life kind of, and she probably is in love with him.
That's
I mean,
what I'm
like
saying,
it's
is,
not
like-
it doesn't seem like bullshit.
But also, I mean, they're probably going to get a divorce, right? Like eventually, I feel like
100%.
those marriages don't work out where, your fans hate his fans.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also,
Tommy, that would probably be a
Tough
dooming
on you
nature of
guys.
our.
because Tommy's fans are all babies, like little fucking dumb babies.
Yeah, dude, the Tommy fans of the podcast are literally fucking idiots, man. The Grant and Ryan fans of the podcast,
We share a fan.
probably some of the smartest
Yeah.
people I've ever met
Yeah.
in my entire life.
Strongest,
Scientists.
smartest. Yeah, they're like lumberjacks out there.
Lumberjacks that are solving equations.
Yeah, and crimes.
And crime.
Yeah,
But
but the
in an
fans,
ethical way.
but the fans of me on the show, so stupid.
The only
So-
people who like Tommy are actual baby, like infants and
Yeah, babies.
and wardens of prisons.
Yep. Yeah.
Private prisons.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about it.
That's what makes it bad is that they're private.
It makes it even worse.
Not even like a state prison, dude. Like a bad one.
I
So
don't
wait,
know.
so Grimes is apologizing. She's like for defending her husband, but it's like that. Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much. She's basically just like she's like, sorry, I know. She was
think-
apologizing for even mentioning him.
Do you think
and
it's
that's I think a sign of how much shit she must catch
I wonder
for
if it's
dating somebody.
if it's a tongue-in-cheek apology.
Well, I mean, she was just hospitalized for a panic attack, so I don't know if she's gonna be doing bits.
Maybe that
Why
was
do they
part
call
of the
it-
bid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The ultimate.
You
bid.
gotta commit. You gotta.
Do you all think it was weird that Elon Musk was the host of SNL? Grimes is a musician, but she was at the show. She was on the show.
Mhm.
But she did not get to do a musical set or anything. Right?
I never
to
even
my
thought about
knowledge, she
that.
didn't.
That
do
is weird though.
That was
That's-
the first thing I thought. I was like, why would Miley Cyrus or whatever be here when his wife is a literal musician who could perform on SNL?
Yeah,
That
just
is-
good too, you know.
That's
Yeah, they're-
incredibly weird because also by like every single possible metric, she is way more qualified and should be the one who is actually
on the
being
show and
featured on the
performing at
show
capacity,
and
yeah.
not him because he has zero like
I don't know.
performance or comedy
I don't
background.
know about that.
that.
I think he proved us all wrong. You know, he was pretty great.
Dude, Elon's the reason why I got into comedy, man.
Comedic hero.
Dude, he's
Elon Musk.
Yeah, man, he's the reason why I started getting into stand-up, dude. Also, dude, but I hate his accent. It bothers me so much.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is they were trying to make him do other accents, which is
Well, that
It was-
also
it was
bothered me.
weird.
But I watched a little bit of his monologue, and I was like, this guy's voice is so stupid. Did you guys feel that way?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't watch the monologue, but yes, definitely. It was like, I mean, he was just so obviously reading off the cue cards. He was one of those guys. It's like there's just no.
Another classic Ben Katzner lie. We watched the live taping at my apartment together, and we were holding hands the whole time. So,
What was I wearing?
you were wearing overalls. And a
You're
straw
right. I
hat.
remember that because I was like, "Ah, I have to pee. This shit takes so long to get off.
Yeah,
It's
you
so
were
hard."
wearing overalls, big baggy. You look like a farmer. And a big,
you're wearing a straw hat. You had a
big
pitchfork.
straw hat, and then
Yeah.
you had a little piece of wheat hanging out of your mouth, and you went, "How are y'all doing?"
Okay,
How
it
are
would
you-"
be a great bit to dress up like in farmer attire in New York City and just walk around.
I mean, I feel like people already do.
Yeah,
that.
I'm like,
Fuck.
that's for sure a thing. If you just go to a certain part of like Williamsburg. I'm sure there's someone there who, I know that's not for anybody, but fuck, there was something I actually had to say about Elon Musk. What was it? Doesn't matter. He sucks. The show probably sucked. Grimes
Yeah.
should have been the musical guest.
Yeah, and Grimes, we don't accept your apology.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's also a bad apology. She's doing the thing that Tommy was doing, where he's going through the comments and telling people to shut up and all this shit. It's like,
Yes.
turn the
Dude,
comments
it's
off.
so
What are you
funny
talking
to tell
about?
people to shut up
You're
online.
rich.
Just shut up. Shut up. I'm gonna make a video where I'm
You reply.
I'm pointing to all the comments, I'm replying to all the comments and I'm going, shut up, shut the hell up.
That's pretty good.
I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. I'm telling all these people to shut up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You should. I do like it when in TikTok comments, this is the only place I've ever noticed this, is that people will there will be like a true discussion happening in the comments. And if somebody like talks shit about you about a certain thing, other people will like defend you in that thread.
It's weird.
Has that ever
Yeah.
because I
Also,
had
the comments aren't like, it's hard to like navigate them. They're not like, it doesn't feel very user friendly. You know what I mean? So I don't know why. I don't know.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's just like feels like complicated to use. Like it just feels complicated to organize and stuff like that. Like I don't know. So which is why I'm like, why are the comment section so popular on TikTok? Doesn't make sense.
Weird that you're only saying that about a Chinese social media app. I've never heard you say that about Twitter or Facebook or anything, Tommy.
Yeah, because it's a Chinese app.
Instagram.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, where are you going with that?
What the fuck?
I'm agreeing
dog?
with you. I'm saying what you're saying is correct.
Tommy, man.
This might be your last show, dog. This is crazy.
I
It's
fucking
a
hope so,
Chinese
dude.
app
I
on
hate doing this shit.
I've been dying to get out, brother.
I fucking
contemplating
I fucking hate podcasting.
stopping
Dude.
the entire podcast just based on hangovers today. So this show is hanging on by a fucking thread.
Yeah.
Ryan, did you get fucked up last night?
No,
Wow.
I don't really drink anymore.
Yeah, Ryan's kind of like
I work construction. I barely do stand up, and
He's stoic. Ryan's stoic.
all he does.
now.
He does that thing that McConaughey does in True Detective, where he just meditates by looking at.
at the cross, and I imagine myself as Christ.
Yeah. Ryan is hacking
I
his
have no
genetics and getting
furniture
strong.
in my apartment. It's a studio, and I just sit there.
Tear phone books in half
Yeah.
just to work your forearms out.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's a good work-life balance for you. I like that.
I eat lean cuisines only.
the saddest kind of cuisine. Good for you.
That's a funny joke.
That's
pretty
funny
good.
because I feel like your work life balance when you were doing stand-up was just non-existent, Ryan. Like you lived with a comedian, you were producing 10K, you were just always running around.
I only did
stand
stand-up pretty much. Yeah. But I don't know. That might change now.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What if it doesn't?
Then
what if you just don't come back? We're good.
I think I would be okay with that. I don't think it would like crush me, because
I think, yeah, that's great. I honestly believe that's a good place to be. As someone who is also like trying to figure out all this shit now, I'm with you. Like,
yeah,
I think it's also hard because I don't really think I want to move to a bigger city, which I feel like if you want to move up or like actually like really, really pursue stand up, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess right now it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to do it and not really expect anything from it. Still put work in it, but
hell yeah.
Yeah. It is weird. Like going basically a year without being part of it or the scene or stuff. Like I did my first open mic back the other night, and there were just like, it was good. It was really good. A lot of really awesome stuff to like see people and just kind of have it feel like a bit of a normal like experience again. But then it was also like just the bullshit that you forgot or were just happy to be away from, is like people, annoying people.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It's also weird like to see all the people that were just still doing stand up like all throughout quarantine, and it's like just no regard for like the thought never even entered their brain of like, yeah, I should probably stop doing stand up in the middle of this pandemic, which is just insane.
And also possibly the most disconcerting of everything is so we were all kind of talking about, I think this is very common for a lot of comedians this year to be like, oh man, this is perfect. It's going to wash out like a lot of hacks. A lot of people who shouldn't be doing comedy will stop. I think that probably will end up happening, but so many people have started doing
Unbelievable.
comedy because of the pandemic, which I was not thinking about that at all.
I really thought it was gonna Thanos half the comedians, and we're just like,
Yes.
all right, there's more room for all of us,
Yep.
whatever.
No,
But
because
now-
only good comedians like are like conscious and self-aware enough, and those are the ones who will quit
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah.
like, I don't know, is this good for me? Is this good for my mental health, my
Is
well-being?
there actually a future in this? Because
Is there I maybe I just want to spend time with loved ones. I mean, these are healthy and good thoughts to think.
Mhm.
And I think only good, like if you're otherwise, there's just people who just like don't give a shit, and they're not going to be the ones writing great jokes for the next.
Well, dude,
years
when
to
you're
come.
when you're a year into stand up and you haven't really got it yet, you don't know. It's one of those, like, the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. So like the funnier you get, the more you realize, like, oh, I either need to put this much more work in or I need to get this much funnier. When you're just starting out, you don't have that concept. You have one good set and you're like, I'm going to the moon, baby.
Mhm.
Dude,
You know?
Ruth was telling me, like, Ruth would hit, like, I think Ruth Allen, funny comedian, was on the show too.
Mhm.
She was telling me she would hit a couple mics like in the winter. She was like, I just kind of wanted to check it out. And she's like, the people doing comedy right now are insane. Like, she was like, she was like telling me about like what they were saying after like the mic, what they were saying on stage. And I'm like, I think these are like the worst people I've ever heard of. Like true, like villain shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
100%.
like truly bad shit where I was like, holy fuck, dude, that's like dangerous. It's like dangerous to be around those people. So
I guess you guys just don't want it enough to break bad. You got to break bad if you really want it.
Because also at that point, it's like there's so much less of a microscope going on in those circles, and there aren't
Well,
people to
all the comics who would normally be like, "Hey, that's kind of fucked up that you said that,"
Yeah.
are not.
They're
doing
gone.
comedy
They're not
right now.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they have a moral compass.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe
It's just the most autistic comedians that are all undiagnosed and like in a dangerous way, you know?
Yeah.
I wish it would be great if it was just the autistic. It's like Tommy is right. Like in New York, I mean, I don't know what it's like in Minneapolis anymore, and you know, I'm sure there's a film of just shitty comedians that
they're like all
permeates
criminals.
wherever.
They're like literally all criminals who did stand up in New York during the pandemic. Like truly
for
people who like
people on the lam who are like the best way to avoid any detection.
yeah, no,
is
they
actually to do
literally
stand-up
probably have like
comedy.
rape cases in different cities, and they're just like popping
Jesus
in New York, like literally.
I know it sounds like he's being hyperbolic, but that's 100% a real thing that just happened. So he's not wrong. Like
Trust me, and I met some really nice comics like going to some open mics so far. Like I met some people where I'm like, you know, these people are
just slip
body
into
language is
defending
so
them?
funny.
You just slipped into like, Your Honor.
Yo, Anna, I did meet one or two comedians that were genuinely nice, but 95% of them all rapists.
Is that your Elon Musk accent?
Yeah, but criminals, bad people.
Yeah, I mean, Ben, you're out there doing the Lord's work. You torch people on social media, and I gotta say, I appreciate that. It can't be easy to do all the time.
I think what is weird about like I'm definitely as shitty as I am to people in person, to my friends that I love and I care about. I'm generally not like a quote unquote shitster or whatever, or not like a woke scold on the internet. But like after this last year and a half, or actually after the last couple of years I've had, I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing? That's my
Yes,
mindset
dude.
Yeah.
all the time. And I'm like, why are you like this? Why are you booking this horrible person? Why are you saying this horrible shit? And
Yeah.
then why is it my job to be like, I guess I just have to go do my set and shut up? Like it got so annoying.
Well, I've said this before in the show, but like for like comedians, for being like a type of creative people who like, you know, they're the truth tellers. They say what's going on. They say the thing what people aren't afraid to say. It's like so many comics are not just even addressing this insane shit that's going on in like their community. You know what I mean?
It's like easier to ignore that, especially when you are like coming up. I mean, I was definitely guilty of that, of like not.
Oh yeah, me too.
I think
Me
everyone
too.
has been,
All of
you know?
us were. It's hard, especially when you're coming up, because you're like, I mean, I've had situations where it's people I know have done shitty things, and I'm like, I don't even know how to address this yet. And
Yeah.
now I just have a little more time and I've learned how to deal with things, I guess, a little bit, probably not the best way, but I just know that it's okay to address shit and like be like, hey, here's how I feel about this fucked up shit that this person, even if I like them, is doing. And it's fine. People think you're gonna, I've had people accuse me of being like clout chasing and all this shit. I'm like, I've gotten nothing from calling out. Like, if I'm like, hey, this person you booked on your show might have abused people, just so you know.
Yeah.
That I've never gotten like a Tonight Show set.
Jeff Singer calling you up and like, hey, I heard you're the guy who said this open micer. Yeah.
I was like, I heard you're the guy who's trying to cancel me. Yeah, Jeff.
You want to come do this festival? It's a
lot of industry.
But you're so right, because like, you know, we've been having conversations like this forever, but it really, nothing will ever change unless there's actually some sort of public discussion of these things.
We all need to watch The Sopranos and learn from how Tony moves. And
keep going.
Yeah. What Tony does is when he doesn't like something, he says something about it, or he does something about it. And so, you know,
dude, we should get next pod episode. We should wear Adidas tracksuits and gold chains, and then also not address it. Like, just be like, hey, what's up? You know,
none of us are actually Italian, but we're just claiming it.
I think the thing that could help what's going on in comedy right now is a like 45-year-old Italian man calling me a moulignon. That's what I want. That's helpful.
Okay, do we have a listener apology? Because I have to get out of here and go to work.
This was your time. You picked this time.
Tommy deliberately picked a time.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, let's we'll do this. We'll do the listener apology. We'll wrap up. We'll get the fuck out of here.
Shame on you, Tommy.
I wish we could do a 4-hour episode if it were. If it were up to me, which it was, because I picked the time, we would do a 4-hour episode. But here we are, huh?
You're an ostrich.
Okay, all right. If you want to submit your own,
you keep your head in the sand.
I'm ostrich. I'm ostrich stick. I'm ostrich.
Grant, I feel so bad for you.
I'm
I feel so bad for
ostrich
Grant.
stick.
Unbelievable.
Do not call me ostrich stick, dude.
This is what happens when I try to roast you. I call you an ostrich, and it doesn't really make sense, but I won't back down.
And it always starts with a long, convoluted reference to some media that you're watching,
or have just watched.
You're just shoehorning in. Like,
next episode you're gonna be like, we all gotta try. Next episode you're gonna be like, we all gotta try and move like Teen Mom.
Teen Mom 2, but not what's her name?
Ryan actually watches Teen Mom 2.
Yeah, me and Caroline, we watch it all the time.
All right,
it's great TV.
Shut the fuck up. If you want to submit or demand your own apology, go to grantwinkelscomedy.com/cool-podcast. Here we go. Hey fellas, I'd like to demand an apology from my so-called friend Aaron. This one's spicy.
Is this Zach Kagan?
This is worded like it's from Kagan.
Yeah, dude, I love Zach, man.
He invited me to go play disc golf this past weekend, and I was excited to play. But then he tells me that I have to bring my own discs and that the only other people coming are himself and his ex-girlfriend. Turns out he's trying to get back with his ex, and when he invited her to play disc golf, she asked if a great move to get back with the ex, by the way.
He's gonna win his ex back by playing such good disc golf. Yeah. He's gonna just crush it out there. That I'm gonna frolf my way back. Surely to fall back in love with him.
Frolfing my way back into your heart.
He's playing disc golf because his relationship depends on it.
Yeah. Okay, so he says, and when he invited,
hey, if I make this shot, you got to date me.
The winner gets my ex in this game of gentlemen's disc golf.
I think this is for sure Kagan, by the way. This sounds like Kagan and Aaron Isaac.
Okay,
dude, Aaron, this just sounds like some Aaron Isaac shit.
Well, listen. This goes on for a bit longer. So when he invited her to play, she asked if anyone else was coming, so he roped me into it. So I get my own discs and show up like an idiot, and they're not even there. Turns out they rescheduled and went disc golfing the day before. I'd say he lost a friend, but he probably is getting back with his ex-girlfriend, which is what he wanted in the first place. Hope she's worth it, pal. Meanwhile, I'm stuck with
Ooh.
these stupid discs and hurt feelings.
Damn.
Whoa. This is probably one of the better apologies we've
Yeah.
had. And I think your friend really fucked up. And also,
Yeah.
why are you going to play disc golf with your ex? That's weird. You know what I mean?
Well, because they're trying to
this
get
is
back together.
And Aaron is clearly at fault here in many ways. He's made a lot of bad decisions.
No, that's how you get back with your ex.
So none of us, not any of us, are mad at the person for buying new discs to play disc golf with a friend, and that's not weird to anybody. I think
Yeah,
that's
why
crazy.
wouldn't you just
No,
be like,
that
hey,
is
do you
weird
have
to
one I
me.
could
There's a
borrow?
lot. There's a lot to unpack here.
Because
the friend is shitty, but also that is a weird. You couldn't just be like, yeah, I guess I'll just use your. I guess I don't know how to play, so.
well,
Yeah,
he's-
I've never played disc golf ever.
okay. I have.
I've never had a breakup. So I've never had
Grant, we know you've played disc golf. You did not have to say
I got
that.
big disc golf vibes. I'll just chime in real quick.
Yeah.
You're disrespecting the sport.
people are very, very particular.
You have a Steve Miller Band tattoo. Of course you play disc golf, dude.
That's Ryan,
That's
man.
me, and I don't play disc
Wow.
golf. I told you. I've never been broken up with.
Sorry, I get your guys' tattoos mixed up.
Tommy is just cruising for a bruise in this episode.
Tommy is off
Unbelievable.
one.
I'm the bad boy.
You're
I'm
not
the bad boy of this podcast.
You're absolutely not the bad boy.
It's like
I'm the
golf.
bad sexy one.
Like people do
I'm
take it
down
very
bad.
seriously. People do take
Okay.
it very seriously. They're very particular about their shit. So I'm not surprised that somebody would say, you can't use mine because I'm going to use all 11 of my discs during.
No, no.
Ben, you keyed in on it. I think it's very weird to be like, yeah, I'll just go buy a set of discs. I guess
could have left that out though. They could have left out like, maybe they did ask, and the person was like, ah.
I mean, they did say that they had to go get their own. So I don't know, but
Can't you rent them? Isn't there a place where you could rent a
Yeah.
a Frolf disc?
Couldn't you steal them from a child and then just
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
your life?
that's a big part of the Frolf community. Actually, is that's how most people get into it, is by bullying young children. Yeah, I think this is got red flags written all over it. I mean, I don't know why you're friends with Aaron in the first place, to be honest, because Frolfing is a giant red flag. I don't do it that often. I just have some friends who have done it.
I
So
wonder
I
what
went
the
with them.
age group is.
It's good, like weed smoking activity,
Of course,
but
yeah.
it's also very much like music festival type people, like very crunchy, like Wookiee people. And I just, I find that lifestyle incredibly boring and tedious at this point in my life. I'm not interested by it, so I don't want to go Frolfing.
What is your use of Wookiee in that? I've never heard that.
So Wookiee is like it's
So
like
Star Wars.
it's like a
Shut
white
the
guy.
fuck up, Tommy. Shut
Have you
the
seen
fuck
Star
up.
Wars? You fucking
It's
idiot?
actually a creature in Star
Hey,
Wars.
I
It's
got a documentary that you might
tentacle
want to check out. Star Wars. Why don't you educate yourself? Piece
Tell
of
me
shit.
where you
Learn
live.
something about our galaxy.
Yeah, yeah.
Tommy,
Long
tell
time
me where you
ago,
live.
galaxy far, far away. Ever heard of it? Fucking
Tommy?
moron.
Tommy?
This fuck-
Tell me where you live.
I live in-
I'm gonna come kill you. You're a
I'll,
piece of
fucking
shit.
I'll drop my address. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, drop a
Drop it
pin.
in
I
the
want to
group
come
chat.
murder you.
I'll fucking beat your ass, dude.
And that's so awesome. I think within the past 48
I'll
hours.
beat Ben Katzner, who's like 6'6". Ben Katzner's 6'7".
barely 6 feet tall. Just so people know, you're giving me the police department description. He was like 450 pounds. He had 2 guns for hands, and he was 7 feet tall.
Dude,
what
Ben's
was I
like
supposed to do?
6'10", 6,000 pounds.
He literally
my guy's a
lasers
force.
out of his mouth.
I
But
just think it's
seriously, Ben,
awesome
I will
that-
fight you any fucking day. Name the fucking place and time, and you will.
Your
catch-
apartment later tonight. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'll literally fuck you up, dude. All right,
Tyler, you're
and
the
it's because
worst.
you
What
haven't
is
seen the
Wookiee?
movie Star Wars.
Okay.
Sorry.
First of
my
all,
bad.
I'll tell you what a Wookiee is, but it's funny that within the past 48 hours, I have also threatened to come to New York and murder Tommy. So,
yeah, dog.
I'll
you know,
fucking
you, Ben,
beat
I'm
all
feeling you
you
on
guys up
that.
at the same damn time.
A Wookiee is this, and you're gonna know the exact person. It's like a festival type person. It's a white guy with dreadlocks who wears like the patchwork pants, the big like billowy patchwork pants, and
Cool
they're,
guy alert.
big time, like, acid drug users, but also like they're kind of hippie-ish too. They're like dirty. I don't know.
Long
Okay.
beards. Long
Yeah.
All right. I got you. Yeah, you're right. I know.
So
Huge
like,
piece. Would totally have sex with them if they asked. Yes.
Yes.
Understood.
Absolutely.
Name is Luke.
Yeah.
I guess it is Star Wars. I guess Tommy was right. Yeah.
Hey, man, it goes back.
Should've
I've
jumped down
always
his
been
throat
saying
like
this.
that.
Everything's Star Wars. I've always been saying that.
You know, history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme.
Yes. Yes,
Sorry.
yes, that is
Wait.
true.
Your take
like-
is that history doesn't repeat itself?
No, it rhymes. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
And if you think
Ben,
about it, Star
Ben,
and War.
what don't
kind
you
of rhyme.
understand about this conversation?
Mhm.
We're all saying the same thing here.
We're all saying the same thing.
And
we're all
Ben-
we're all connected.
Ben, we
We're-
started from such a good spot of agreement about murdering Tommy. I can't
Yeah,
believe
you're
we've
right.
gotten
You're right.
here.
You're right.
I
Dude,
can't believe-
sometimes I do this show with you guys and I feel so fucking stupid afterwards. Like I start the show already stupid and I end
yeah.
even stupider.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it's doing to my brain, but boy, do I love it, man.
It should be like a Surgeon General's warning on a podcast.
We should
player.
add a Surgeon General's warning.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
should.
this it's like cigarettes, alcohol. It's
Will
this podcast will
could
fuck
cause
you up, dude.
ostrichism.
You need your own Joe Camel. You need like a mascot to say the podcast is cool.
Yeah.
And like, who cares if it makes you dumb? It'll make you fucking tight,
Yeah.
dog, or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll
We
get
need
all
a
the lady
mascot.
camels.
It can't be Tommy.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely
Joe
not.
Camel should be a lady. What about that?
I think he does have a girlfriend, Jody Camel.
Really?
Mhm.
I don't know if that's her name, but I think
I
he does.
think
have a
he
girlfriend.
does have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You pulled the name out of there real quick, but the girlfriend is real. I mean, has anyone who's ever smoked a cigarette has a girlfriend? It's the coolest
Yeah.
thing you could possibly do.
Yeah.
I get it.
We need a
Yeah.
gay Joe Camel.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what's up?
Are you
Shark
anti? Are
Tank.
you anti? You
I'm just-
anti-gay Joe Camel?
Look, I'm just saying, like, you know, if we're gonna
On gay history month.
we're gonna let two camels get together, and then what's
What's
gonna happen? Two dresser drawers are gonna start fucking. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
I don't even.
Okay, I do seriously have to get
Okay,
going.
yeah, we can
Okay,
we
well,
can we
let's-
can wrap it there.
Let's
Definitely
accept this
demand
apology.
demand the apology
From who?
from the friend, dude.
Joe-
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron.
Fucking Aaron.
Oh yeah, Aaron, you owe us an apology.
Aaron, you're a piece of shit, dude.
Aaron.
This is not a cool move at all. Any of what you've done here is
Aaron, I'll kick this guy's ass, man. Just listener wants me to. I'll
yeah,
do
okay.
it.
All right. Right back in.
The listener did nothing wrong because they listen to this podcast.
They bought the disc, so that's
That's
bad.
fair.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
and Aaron was kind of a bitch in that situation, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But also, good on you for finding love again, and you
Mhm.
know, invite me to your wedding. I would like to see what
Yeah,
that
me
looks
too.
like.
Invite
Thank you
me
for
to the wedding
reminding us
too.
what's
I'll
important.
go. Invite me and Ben. We'll go to the wedding together.
Separately.
I don't know why you guys thought that was so funny. That hurt my feelings.
Well, because he was quick and it
yeah,
was funny.
yeah,
you
it's
know?
good.
I mean, he
all
was
right,
quick
well,
and extremely funny, but I just don't know why you guys laughed so hard at that.
Well, Tommy, I'm gonna need to cut you off there
because you have to go.
you have to go. You need to leave. Actually, we just decided you need to go.
next time, why don't you guys get the time straight for this podcast, and then
You reached the quota.
and then maybe I can talk to my
Tommy,
besties longer.
Tommy.
Okay.
Tommy, you've reached your quota on things you can say during this podcast. We've talked about
Oh,
this.
fuck,
You
am I at the limit?
yeah, you've
I hate
reached
when I
your
reach the limit.
13
dude.
minutes.
All right. Well, I
Longest
respect
13
that.
minutes of my life.
Jesus, no kidding.
Thanks for being on the show, Ben.
Ben, you
Um,
thank you so much. Where what anything you want to plug the podcast, of course, yes.
Yeah. First, you can listen to our podcast, Burn Your Heroes, wherever you get podcasts. You can find me on Twitter at Shaq Katzner, Katzner. Shaq, like the basketball player. You can figure that out. I don't know how to spell it. Yeah, that's good. That's it. I'm writing a book, but it's not for you guys. Don't worry
Oh
about it.
yeah, man, you're doing a graphic novel, right?
Yeah. I'm doing a graphic novel for kids called
Awesome.
Hello, My Name is Poop. It'll be out in October.
Dude, that's
The
such
whole
a good
thing.
name. I'll literally learn how to read just so I can read this graphic novel. That's how much I love you, man. I'll literally pick up reading.
Yo, I
Um,
appreciate it. I'm not gonna kill you anymore. I love you. Thank you.
Yes, dude. Sick. Okay. Bye, guys. I hate my job,
Johnny,
and
go.
I'm gonna get so depressed as soon as I get off this Zoom call.
All right. Well, hey, for Grant Winkles, Tommy Bayer, and Ben Katzner, I've been Ryan Call, and this has been the We Cool podcast. Thank you so much, and goodbye.
All right. Bye, guys.